back over in the corner of the pad. It's my working area right there. Dave's up to something. See that thing right there? That thing hasn't moved in over 30 years. So I guess he's gonna put a motor in it and get it running again. But it legit hasn't moved in 3 decades. Or very close to it. This thing just sat in the backyard back over yonder. Over there. So I guess that's his next project. But anyway, back to the Power Ranger. Let's pop the hood on this unit again. Just got the screen on it right now. Pop the hood. Now, you really don't need any fancy tools to, well, super fancy tools to do the valve springs. I bought this Amazon, you know, budget valve spring compressor tool for, I think it's 3/8 and 7/16 studs, universal. And I'm gonna do them on the truck, obviously. Not gonna take the heads off. It's going to be a little tight with this crazy exhaust setup we have, but I'm going to try one and see what happens here, because if not, I'm going to need to try and make my own tool if I need more space, because space is definitely going to be a problem with the exhaust and brake booster and everything else. It swivels, but I don't know if I'll be able to get all the right angles. So if not, I may need to make a tool out of like a piece of bar steel or something like that. But we'll show you what we got parts wise. Alright, so right here we have Trick Flow Specialties. Part number is TFS-2500100. Small block Ford spring kit. So it was a little tough to find valve springs for stock heads. So these are stock E7, I think they are E7, just reman heads that I bought off eBay. This thing it's always been budget, and I never wanted to, I always thought the motor was going to crack in half like they said, so I never wanted to spend money for a cam, heads, you know, lifters, etc., everything else, so I'm keeping it budget. So I found these online. These weren't too badly priced. But for, I think they were 170, 180. So for $180, if I can get 50 horsepower out of eliminating valve float, that would be great. But for $180, how do you go wrong? So here we are, dual valve spring kit. Got the springs. Got some seals. Ooh, fresh green retainers. That's 20 horsepower. And it comes with shims, which I could tell you right now, for this setup, stock cam, stock engine, everything stock, yeah, we're not checking the installed spring height. We're not doing that. But comes with everything, complete kit. Pretty good for the price. Yeah, so this can accommodate up to a 542 lift on OEM cast iron heads without machining. So obviously, if you were doing this right and you were putting a big cam and everything in it, you want to use this tool to check the height and make sure you're not going to have any issues. But this thing's all stock, so we're just going to send it and see what happens. So we'll try one here and see what happens. Shout out to Trick Flow. Ordered these right from them. Got them in a couple days. Let's put this back in the box for now. I'm not sure about valve stem seals. I guess if these ones are, if the ones that are on there seem like they're hard or they're shot, maybe I'll put these on, but their cylinder heads are only a few years old and they were remanufactured, so the valve stem seals really shouldn't be too bad. And I know it doesn't smoke besides the turbo seals. Got an intake and exhaust. Different. Yes, they are. Alright, so we'll try one shortly with that Amazon tool and see how it goes. Alright, so that was the valve spring kit. Let's see what else we got. Here's our budget valve spring tool. There's that part. Here's the handle. So it slides over there. Compress it. Guess you figure out your stud setup depending on what engine you have. Then I saw that sometimes online people had to modify the feet on it to accommodate the angle of the valve. Wasn't always correct, so that's not a big deal if we got to do that. But basically just screw it in the stud and then go like that, and then compress it till it locks and compresses the valve. That's that. I think these are just some line separator clamps. These are just some 5/8 line separator clamp for the catch can. Now I was going to do AN line for the catch can, but not for this time. Too fancy for this. We're going to keep it budget. Now this brand, I think it's the same budget brand I've used their fuel line, and so far so good. It seems to be alright. So let's try it out. It's got to be better than that $10, $15 catch can I have on there right now. Got a little dipstick checker on it. I think it comes with a filter. Yeah, it does come with a filter. So I'll probably put the filter on top. Comes with a mounting bracket, so that's pretty simple. So I'm going to use 5/8 because the size that I have on it right now is 5/8 from the valve cover. So use these 5/8 adapters. Do the catch can, make it a little a little cleaner than what it is right now. And right here, don't have a knife. Kind of works. It's just 5/8 PCV, a fuel line that's rated for fuel and oil and all that. Because right now, I have temporary heater hose on there, so not ideal, but it worked. So this is actual fuel line or PCV that's rated for fuel, and oil won't degrade like heater hose will. So I just went with this stuff. Then clamps. I actually ordered black clamps to make it look a tad cleaner, but I'm just going to use rubber hose and route it all nicely instead of AN hose, because I don't feel like going the fancy route and taking those valve covers off and welding or making bungs to do AN hose. Maybe down the road, but not right now. We're just going to keep it simple and budget. And also, if I put bungs on there, I still have to keep one of the holes open for oil when you do oil changes. That way it's not a pain to change the oil. That's why I like right now, it's got those breathers on there. So when you're doing oil changes, pop one of the breathers off, put a funnel in it, and then pour the oil in. So that's really it. That's all the parts right now. And then soon I'm probably gonna, well, probably in the next few weeks, I'm gonna start looking into the suspension stuff to try to get it lower to the ground, because I still don't like the way it sits. Like I said before many times, it's lower to the ground, but I'm still not happy with the way it sits. So I'm probably gonna start ordering some drop stuff and then some alignment stuff for the front, so I can, once I drop it, I can do the caster camber and get it dialed in. I like it just a little lower to the ground. Not super low, but a little lower would be nice. Well, let's get to work on this thing. So, pop this valve cover off and see what it looks like. Pop the breather out. Tuck that out of the way. It's gonna be a little tricky. Now, what to do with the spark plug wires? Cut that out. Cut the zip tie on this alternator wire. Keeping it secure. Now I gotta get the spark plug wires out of the way. So I can either take them off on the distributor side or take them off on the spark plug side. Now, since I gotta take the spark plugs out anyway, to put air in the cylinders, to get the valve springs out, I guess I'll just pop them off, the spark plugs. Man, these are a pain. Wow. Now I remember how much it sucked when Jake did them. Man, it's been a while. They sucked before. and they still suck. That's for sure. Can't get your hands in there at all. That's 3 out of 4. Get the main coil one out of the way. Now we just got one left. Cylinder 5. Wow, this one's a pain. It does not want to go. There we go. There we go. This would be a good time to inspect them too. Make sure they're still good, because they've been on here for a few years now. These were donated from Jake. I think they were on his Mustang. Let's tuck those out of the way. Alright, so now we got some access. But first I'm going to get some brake clean. Spray some brake clean in there. All up around this valley area, it's all dirty. I don't want to get that dirt inside the motor, so I'm going to blow all that out. Get it all clean, because I don't want that to go inside. Brake cleaning, get in here with a rag. I guess I'll wipe some of it first. These valve covers need a bath. This whole engine needs a bath, actually. It's so dirty from sitting outside. Can't wait to have a garage one day. One day. One thing at a time, I guess. Oh, and a pit bike track. That'd be cool too. That way, whenever, just like back in the day when Jake would work on this thing. Yeah, the throttle. Yeah, throttle nut came loose. Gotta tighten that up. Maybe I didn't torque that enough. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think I ever tightened that. But anyway, Jake used to get mad. You can just stop what you're doing. Hop on the putter. Go hit some laps. But anyway, back to this thing. Let's get the blowgun. Blow all this dirt and crud all out of the engine bay. First, let me put this rag in there. Keep dirt from going in right now. The clean side in there. Everything else is closed off. Blow all the dust out of here. not to breathe in so much fiberglass. It's flying around in the air. I don't think that's too good for you. Alright, now that all that's done, maybe I'll try and take this bolt out. Jake's custom spark plug wire bracket bolt. Now this bolt has been in there since we finished it, so I have no idea if this bolt, it's really rusty. I have no idea if this is gonna even budge or not. Wow, that is really surprising. It's actually moving. That's crazy. Just when you think something's extremely rusty, it actually moves. Just as I said, it was nice and cool this morning, first day of October. Now it's feels like 75, 80. Now my back's sweating, but I'll take this over being extremely cold. Alright, just being a little stubborn. It's very tight up against the V-band, so I don't think I can get a socket on there. Yeah, it's a little dry, a little squeaky. Wow, that actually came out. No anti-seize on it either. Alright, that's fine. Now on to the valve cover bolts. So let's play, is it standard or metric? Because I don't remember. Thought they were 7/16, I think, actually. Has been a while though. Has been a good long while. Let's pull this valve cover off and see what it looks like for the first time in years. Hopefully good and clean. Sneak it out of here, and looks really clean. I know I changed the oil a few months ago. I put synthetic in it, so its oil actually looks pretty good. Now I have new valve cover gaskets, even though these are reusable, these Felpro ones, but I'll put new ones on there anyway. It actually looks really clean. Well, get you up in there real quick. It's really clean, so I'll take that.